Good evening. My name is Michael, and welcome to the Metaphysical Journey. I want to do a collective reading for the Hunter's full moon. In my last reading, I did it in anticipation of this full moon, and I said that it was a perfect time for us to reflect, to release, and then to manifest something new. So, with this reading, it is right now the evening of October 16th, and the full moon takes place on the 17th. And if you go outside and look now, it's absolutely stunning. It's beautiful, very powerful moon. So I want to pull three cards, and I'll be pulling from the giant Rider-Waite tarot deck, the deck that is impossible to shuffle. So I've been shuffling back and forth and splitting the deck and everything, and I'm just going to pull three cards, and we will see what we get. So this is card one. Keep going. This is crazy. You always have jumpers with this deck because it's insane. Card number two. Let me do some more. And card number three. All right, that's done. First card. Oh, this is cool. First card is the Fool. The second card is so we have the Fool. The second card is the Five of Cups. And the third card is the Page of Pentacles. All right, so let's see what we get. So I want to start with the Fool. So it is new, and this is perfect because it's a time to manifest something new where we are reflecting, we're letting something go, and we're starting new. And the Fool is a brand new adventure. It's a new journey. On this card, which is really nice, you see the person there and not a care in the world and stepping out there in faith. And the little dog's barking like, watch out. But he's not going to be deterred. He's going to keep going. And in his little backpack on his wand there, he has everything he needs for this journey. He's just going with it. And that's probably where a lot of you are right now. You're like, I am just tired of everything that's been going on. I'm ready for something new. I want to step into something new. Let's do that. And the second card is the Five of Cups. Now, this leads into where you are right now, what you're wanting to do right now, because with the Five of Cups, you'll notice that you have three cups that are spilled over, and the person's looking down, having maybe some thoughts of remorse and feeling bad about it. But what they're not noticing are the two cups behind that are still standing upright with something in there. And that could be what you're headed toward. You might have identified this one already and said, you know what? The past is over. I'm not going to cry over spilt milk. I want to go forward with something new. And the Fool is taking forward the two cups with something new in there. Now, on the third one, we have the Page of Pentacles, and that's probably what's in one of the cups. This is with a page, this is something new coming in. It's new communication. So possibly you are going to be offered something. Someone comes and says, "Hey, let's work together on something. Have you thought about maybe changing careers or your jobs, or would you like to start a new project? Just something new. It's enough to get you out of your head to snap you out of this mode right here, and this person, this energy coming in is saying, there's still more out there. There's something new to explore. Perhaps you should try it. And that's where the Fool is, saying, let's go for it. So if I were to put these in, rearrange the sequence from how I pulled them, I would say we would start with this one. It's like, I need something new. It's just, it can be any way you want it to be, but it's like you realize there's more out there. And it's time for me to move on, let the past die. I need to release that. I've reflected on it long enough. It's time to release it so that I can manifest something new that's coming in, or it's a thought, it's an idea. This can be anything, any type of fresh perspective, anything coming in. And because it's the pinnacle, this is great because this is tied to everything. I was working with my Tarot mentor earlier this evening, and we were having a wonderful conversation. All of our conversations are great. Angela Thomas is absolutely amazing. I'm going to say that for the record right now. She's amazing. If you ever get the chance to work with psychic Angela Thomas, please do that because she's incredible. We were having a conversation, and I was saying that one of the challenges that I have faced in learning tarot and why I've kind of stayed away from it so much is because there are 78 cards. And if you do reversals, there's twice as many. And it's trying to memorize all the different things, the symbols, and what each suit represents, which that's pretty easy to get down. But there are so many nuances to each of the suits. And so putting all that together, it's just 78 cards of crazy. And not everybody reads the same way. Now, does anyone read wrong? No. Everyone reads correct based on what they get. And what I've been learning and seeing is that it's not about the suits. It's the pictures on the cards and what they say to you when you look at them, what you get from them, because they do tell a story. Angela has said several times that every card is its own universe. So is every crystal. So is every rune. If you read runes, everyone is its own universe because it can go in so many different ways. So with these three cards, the story that I'm getting for the collective is that it is time. It's hard to do this backwards here. It is time to snap out of it. And this full moon is the perfect opportunity to walk out of this a different person. Leave the past behind. Any mistakes that you have made, any opportunities that you have let slide by, they are not gone forever. Something else will come around. The universe, the divine will always make sure that the synchronicities continue to line up for you. If you will notice and pay attention to them, they'll line up for you and something new will come. So you're saying, well, those are three opportunities that I just missed. Man, I'll never get that back. It is never lost. If it is your destiny and your life's purpose to do something, it will come around again. It will continue to come around until eventually it presents itself in a form that you can see, recognize, and go with. And when you go with it, just go with it. Do it in faith. Step out there and say, I may fall off a cliff. But you know what? You'll have someone there to catch you. There's always someone there to catch you. So, in this time right now, think about this. Whatever is, where is this card? Right here, right here. We're looking at this one now. Sorry. Whatever is coming your way or whatever idea you've had, whatever type of communication, whether that's communication from another person, or communication from your guides, or just communication straight from the divine. A letter falls from the sky, hits you on the head, you open it, and it tells you, hey, here's an opportunity. You might want to consider this one. You bypassed all the ones in the past, but maybe it's time to look at this. Definitely do that. Follow your intuition. Remember that fear is part of the process. It's a very strong part of the process. If something doesn't scare us, it's because it's not challenging us. And where the fear many times comes from, it's our own uncertainty of the unknown, of what lies ahead in front of us. And it's scary. It's something new. It's the Fool in this card, it kind of oversimplifies it. But think about this. When you've been on the edge, ready to step off into something new, you didn't have this carefree attitude or spirit. It was scary because you have to stop and think about, with Pentacles, for example, you have to stop and think about, what am I possibly going to be losing? What can I gain? And just make that one small step. And you'll be surprised once you do that, how the other side comes in to assist you to continue on that journey. When the opportunities come our way, all we're asked to do is just give it a shot. Just try it. If it feels like it's what you should do, as scary as it is, just try to take that step. So in the manifesting portion of this full moon, of the three things, in the manifesting portion, know that you're going to have to take some action, and more than likely, it is going to be a step in faith going forward with no certainty as to what lies ahead. That's what makes it more fun, but that's also what makes it the most scary. Going back to the conversation with Angela Thomas, when I was talking about how I like to just now look at the overall cards and not really pay attention to the suit, it's because in anything that we do, regardless of whether it's a pentacle or a wand or a cup, this one, for example, let's look at this for a second again. The Five of Cups. This is about emotion, and that's how it's often seen. But the person's looking down, so they are deep in they're thinking about the past and the regret. So they're in the swords, they're in their head. That's the swords thing. They're also thinking about what they lost, the opportunities. That's pentacles. And they're also wondering, how do I move forward? What action do I take? That's wands. So in any card, all of the suits are involved because they're involved in your life. In anything that you do, really think about this. You can't really say that you're having just a cups moment that's purely emotional because it's not, because your head's involved and you're thinking about it. So the swords are there too. And in anything that we do and moving forward, any decision that we make, our first concern is about our well-being. Are we safe? Is it a good investment? What's the outcome going to be? What are people going to say, etc.? And that is Pentacles. It's our safety and security. So in everything that you do and everything through life, all of the four suits are represented in anything. It's hard to separate. So you can't say, I mean, maybe you can if you're very analytical. And if you are, I'd love to shake your hand because this is impressive to say, no, I have this decision to make. And what I'm now going to do is I'm going to dial down the cups to 5% and 95% of this is going to be swords. It doesn't work that way. We each feel, express, act, think, do, etc. with all of our human emotions. It's one big ball of emotion. It's one huge thing, much like a full moon. So we're complex beings walking through life, trying to do the best we can. And your life is not summed up by a tarot card because like the Fool, and the Fool is every card, you are like the Fool. Every day, every action, every decision that you make, all of the cards in the tarot are involved in one way or another. So never rule yourself out. When you pull a card for the day, look at it and think, what does that mean to me right now? And the message that will come across from that card is what is the most pressing thing in your mind or that you're dealing with in this moment. But when you look deeper into it, you're going to see it expands and it covers so many different things. For wherever you are in the tarot deck, you had a lot of cards before you and you have a lot of cards after you. It is a constant journey that never, ever ends. And all of it is done one step at a time in faith. So with this Hunter's Moon, as you do reflect on the past, where you are right now, and you decide the person that you no longer want to be, the things that you want to walk away from, the energies you want to leave behind, when you make that decision, the next step that you take is saying, all right, what do I want now? How do I want to step forward? And that's the manifestation. And how you are going to step forward is as the beautiful Fool in faith, maybe not as much confidence as you want, but you're still moving forward anyway. And that is the beautiful way to wake up on October 18th, the day after the full moon. I hope this reading has resonated with you in some way that you could take something from it. I want to tell you how much I appreciate you for following me on the metaphysical journey. I appreciate any comments that you leave. I always love to hear from you. And happy full moon. I hope you have a beautiful evening. Bye.